At this time, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Please be aware that there is a sheet on the outside for you to sign if you want to speak before the public meeting. And also, the mayor will not be with us tonight because he is out because of medical reasons. This time, we will salute the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As we follow tonight's meeting, I'd like to get a motion for the approval of the minutes for November the 3rd.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second for the approval of the minutes for the November the 3rd meeting. Is there any further question? All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. And for the same, I'd like to get a motion for the approval of the financial report.
So moved.
Second.
It's been properly moved and second. Is there any other further discussion? If not, the usual sign of aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We will now turn our direction to the finance director. Is there anything to be added tonight?
No, not tonight, sir.
So it's not. Okay, at this time, we will move to the town administrator's report.
The town received a letter dated November 3rd from John C. Halderman, his Associate General Counsel for Elkton Corporation. They have asked the town to accept a parcel of land, specifically map 320, parcel 2360, lot 2 on Price Drive. It's a slightly 1.085 acre parcel out there, unimproved next to MedPoint. The Adwin Realty Company is the owner of the property. They're a subsidiary or affiliate of Pico Energy. Of course, the parent company is Exelon. They've asked the town to accept this property, and in addition to that, they would offer a donation, a cash donation to the town in the amount of $25,000. The matter before the board tonight to accept this property or to ask the town to move forward with accepting the property. We'll ask council, Mr. Wilson, to handle the closing.
Any questions, concern coming from the members of the board in reference to this Adwin Realty Company?
I'd like to ask the council, is there any legal matters that we would have to take into consideration before making a vote on this property?
Well, I think that probably there ought to be some type of option contract, but yeah, I think I'd like to look into the title, but I think the title's good. I'm pretty familiar with this piece of land. Is that off the Price Drive? Is that drive that goes back into where the wetlands are, which is where there's some lots back in there too that have never been developed. And this is one lot that sits right next to the nursing home. This is a vacant lot that was supposed to be used, I think. Didn't you say, Lewis, is that
One time it was
for a water tower? I was thinking about putting a water tower. And I think that probably this could be for introduction as far, and then maybe voted on at the next meeting as far as acceptance of it, or you just want to go straight forward with acceptance. If the title's all right, then I think probably we should go ahead and accept it, assuming the title's fine.
Well, as far as you're saying, assuming, I would rather know for sure before we voted on anything to make sure that we're not voting for something that's going to come back and bite us later.
Well, until we accept the deed, we're not going to come back twice. Because the title would have to be valid, it would have to be good. So as far as you telling them, yes, we'd be interested, subject to a title examination, but I don't think you try to go forward with that.
That's the way I would word it then.
What's that?
Word it based on the subject to the deed, whether it's a...
Subject to a title examination.
That'd be a motion, yes.
I'll second that motion.
It's been properly moved in second, and we will pursue the Adwin Realty Company pending title examination. All those in favor, aye.
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 Nays? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. Lord, is that
That's
it?
it.
Okay, I guess we'll move at this point to reports by commissioners. Mary Jo, do you have anything you'd like to bring forth?
Yes, I do. I have a couple things. One, I'd like to address the letter to the editor. It was last week regarding parking in Elkton. I would like to suggest we have a workshop on this and possibly have the chief and the lieutenant in charge. Because the way they wrote it, it was someone from Northeast. The signage, and I've said this before, the signage needs to be changed or something, so I'd really like us to discuss this as a group. So we could, make sure that when people do visit town, they know where to park, when to park. Because the moving from one area to another actually is still considered 2-hour parking, and people don't realize that. So I would like this, when the mayor's back in workshop for discussion, if we can do that. And also with the parking, it is the holiday time, and I've mentioned this, I think, the past few years. If we can relax on the enforced parking from Thanksgiving to New Year's, so people can come downtown without paying. We've done it the past few years. I think now there's even red holiday bags for the meters. And I'd like to make a motion that we relax on the parking during that time period.
You're not talking.
Or, oh, I guess we don't have to make.
Specifically parking relating to the meters?
No, it's the enforcement of all the parking downtown.
With the exception of handicap and fire hydrants and things like that,
Yes.
because that's part of what they do too.
Yes,
So you're talking about the 2-hour limit?
2-hour limit and the,
Lifted?
yes,
Okay.
We've done it last year.
we've done it past couple of years.
It'll be lifted, indicated by the bags over the meters, is what you're asking?
That's what we did last year.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is there a second to her?
Let's second
All those in favor, aye.
it.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it, motion carried.
Also, we all received an email on the MML, Maryland Municipal League, with Maryland Life Magazine. They're doing, highlighting an issue on all the towns, and they wanted the town to advertise in it. I don't know if you received the other email that was sent out, but Cecil County Tourism has decided to take the top and bottom banner to make the price much cheaper, and most of the towns in Cecil County have joined in on it. So now the price, I think it started at $3,000 some odd dollars, is $325 for the town, and it will be a Cecil County page, and all the towns will have an ad in it, and I think it would be very beneficial for us to get that exposure through the Maryland Life Magazine and online. So we know how the other board members felt about that.
Any consideration on yours? Yeah, thoughts, ideas?
I would agree to participate in that.
I don't have no problem with it. Not too much.
So I guess we're all in agreement for that to go forward.
I did talk to Michelle about it. She actually had a great idea for the ad, downtown, past and future. And so Michelle, if you want to get Lewis, and I'm sure he has lovely photos.
So you want to elaborate on that just a tad bit so we understand what direction you're going?
We just talked about a couple of photographs, and I thought with what Lewis has, and then we can do like Elkton, the past, the future, looking from the past into the future kind of thing. I don't know how much space we're gonna have. Well,
Yeah.
I know what we have. We have a couple of this photos.
I have to take real old pictures. Well, big ones.
I don't think it's going to be that small. It's
Okay, I
full.
didn't know how many spaces were in there.
I'll find out how to do it.
Okay.
It's all going on one page, right?
It's all the towns on one page, yes. And I'd also would like to recognize Commissioner Gibbons and congratulate him. I believe last night he was recognized for 40 years of service at Cecil County Public Schools. I think that's a great honor. I wish I would have known. I found out about 5 o'clock last night, someone told me. So I just wanted to wish you congratulations. And happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Enjoy your holiday. And that's all I have.
You're only 48. I don't know how you get 40 years of working.
39.
I had two things I wanted to bring up. One was, I guess by dealing with going out to the county building and in the town. I get a chance to listen to 2 different meetings and some of the procedures that they deal with out at the county seat. One of the things that came up was an issue with the planning and zoning. It seems to be a big issue in the county, not just in the town of Elkton, but with developers and planners, and it's just one of the things I'd like to set up a workshop for the town of Elkton so we can discuss this in a little further detail. One of the issues that I'm really concerned with is there's a lot of projects that's being either brought to the table and denied before the commissioners or the mayor even knows anything about it. A lot of projects that may be of some interest to some of us on the board never even gets through the planning board, and I feel as though there should be a way that we should be able to hear some of these plans that are being turned away, because the town of Elkton is in a dire need of facilities for youth, and a lot of you might not agree with me, but I've been on the board for 2 terms now, and you hear me talk about recreation center, or everybody frowns about that. I think it's definitely needed. If the county can build all these recreation centers in the south part of the town, why can't they do it in the town of Elkton? That's one of the issues that I have. And that's not something that anybody can answer here, but one of the things that I did hear through this talk, there's a young lady I asked to come tonight that was looking to bring a skating rink here. I know that funds might be an issue, but yet if the town could support in any way of trying to guide her in the right directions, that's what we have the planning department there to give guidance to questions, answers that the citizens may need. The lady has a nice program that she put together. She has a plan, a technical plan for it, and I think it's something that we as a town should look forward to hearing. And if there's some kind of, I know we talk about open space money, we talk about money that's through grants. If we can help her in any way to do this, I'd like to put it on the record that I'm all for it. So again, it's all about the planning and zoning, the procedures that they use in order to get projects in and out of the town of Elkton. And then the other thing is, I talked so much I forgot what it was.
Well, I think that you want to have a meeting with Elkton Planning Commission, is that what you, so we need to set that up at a workshop with the
The
planning?
mayor and commissioners, the procedure in which they
Well,
deal
we
with.
need the planning commission members to be present.
That's
to
fine.
Discuss that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean, we'll send a letter to the,